Please call the roll.
Senators Aguilar, Baumgardner, Cook, Coram, Court,
Open the door.
Court, Crowder, Donovan, Finberg, Fields, Garcia, Gardner, Guzman, Hill, Holbert, John, Jones, Kagan,
Excused.
Kafalis, Kerr, Lambert, Lundberg, Marble, Martinez Humenic, Merrifield, Moreno, Neville,
Excused.
Priola, Scott, Smallwood, Sonnenberg, Tate, Todd, Williams, Zinzinger, Neville. Mr. President.
Here. The 34 present, 0 absent, 1 excused. We have a quorum. Senator Court, please come and lead us in the pledge.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Zinzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the journal of Tuesday, January 16th be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. Is there any objection? Seeing none, the motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 845, 86, 87, 88, and 89. Correctly engrossed, Senate Joint Memorial 1. Correctly enrolled, Senate Joint Resolution 1 and 2.
Consideration of resolutions. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title to Senate Joint Resolution 3.
Senate Joint Resolution 3 by Senator Baumgardner, Representative Arnn, concerning approval of water project revolving fund eligibility lists administered by the Colorado Water Resources and Power Development Authority.
Senator Baumgardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Joint Resolution 18-003 and ask that it not be read at length.
Granted. Senator Baumgardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a little bit of background here. Senate Joint Resolution 3 is the Water Project Revolving Fund Eligibility List. We have this every year. It funds the projects. In 1995, the legislature gave approval for the creation of the Water Project Revolving Fund under the Colorado Water Resource and Power Authority. And that's the purpose of this resolution. The legislature is required to annually approve the list. This includes the deletions of hundreds of projects on the list that have been completed. There was one thing that I didn't know about, because I don't know everything and I don't know a lot of stuff, but I know it. I know. That being said, I had to make a call on what the green infrastructure was. I didn't know what that was, and I called one of the towns that was doing this, and the green infrastructure, and what they're doing is they have gravity-fed water to their pumps to help generate like micro hydro systems. And there's a lot of the towns that use this that at some point in time will have net zero on their power usage. So anyway, that was just a tidbit that I thought I'd throw in. And with that, Mr. President, again, I ask for the approval of Senate Joint Resolution 003.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Joint Resolution 3? Not everyone at once. Seeing none. Motion before the body is the adoption of Senate Joint Resolution 18-003. Are there any no votes? Seeing none, with the vote of 34 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 1 excused, Senate Joint Resolution 3 is adopted. Co-sponsors, Senator Baumgardner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the morning roll call be added as co-sponsors.
Is there any objection? Seeing none, the morning roll call will be added as co-sponsors. Signing of bills.
The President has signed House Joint Resolution 1001.
Announcements.
Senator Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues on education, just to save a little bit of trouble here, we've got board members for Mesa coming over for confirmation today. They are stepping out of a board meeting today to come over for that confirmation. So please, we will start at 9:45 is the goal, 9:45 in education upstairs. I look forward to having you there.
Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Senate Pro Tem. I have some special guests here this morning from the Aurora Mental Health Board. And as we know and understand the importance of mental health, and each and every one of us is pleased to be able to have mental health workers and leaders all over the state. And I think many of us have been invited to the lunch today across the street. And so I want to just acknowledge and welcome Aurora Mental Health board members, and thank you for your service to our great city and great state. Thank you.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I'd like to introduce some special guests as well. Today with us we have the new Consul General from Japan, Hiroto Hirokoba, and Yukari Sato, who is a researcher and advisor in the Consul General's office. Consul General Hirokoba arrived in Denver this year to assume his post as Consul General for Japan. Previously, he has worked in Asia, Africa, and Oceania. His recent stations were at the Consulate General of Japan in Shanghai and the Consulate General of Japan in Qingdao. After that, he had also worked in Tohoku University and the Foreign Service Training Institute, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The jurisdiction of the Consulate General of Japan in Denver consists of Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Wyoming. And please help me welcome the Consul General, and we look forward to working with him to strengthen the relations between Japan and Colorado. Thank you for joining us today.
Senator Marble.
Thank you so very much. Just a reminder, Joint State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee will be meeting in room 271 at 1:30. So be there and have fun.
Senator Quorum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to introduce some special guests. I have my nephew Lance Lehigh along with the rest of the members of the Midwest Colorado Mental Health Association. Let you know that my evaluation is not back yet, but I will let you know as soon as they get it. Thank you.
Senator Smallwood.
Thank you, Mr. President. Reminder, Senate Health is meeting today. I'd like to get started at 9:45 in Senate Conference Room 354 at 9:45.
Senator Quorum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to take a few moments to give you a little history about, there's an event going on in the area right now called the National Western Stock Show, and I was just going to give you a little information about it. In the year 1905, a group of Coloradans came to the conclusion that Colorado deserved a stock show that would display the best of Western agriculture for the world to see. These thinking agriculturists, led by future Colorado Governor Elias M. Ammons, the first annual National Western Stock Show would be held for the first time in 1906, with the price of cattle went for 33 cents a pound. By 1913, the show would bring in a record $1 million in a single day. In 1925, the 4-H Roundup would be held for the first time. By 1931, the first rodeo was held. The National Western Stock Show boasts a crowd of 650,000 and is projected to grow even more. The show alone is projected to bring in $100 million in revenue to the city and create thousands of jobs for both the hospitality sector and agribusiness. Interesting facts: was 1906, the first annual Western Show. 1913, record-breaking sales for one day reached over $1 million. 1925, the first Roundup. 1931, the first rodeo. In 2016, attendance of 650,000 projected of $100 million. The National Western Stock Show is a Colorado tradition dating back to 1906. As a nationally recognized event, the stock show hosts a variety of spectacles, including professional rodeo, some of the nation's largest horse shows, the largest trade show in Colorado, and it is certainly an event that we are proud of. Each year, the Grand Champion steer is brought to the lobby of the Ground Palace Hotel and Spa in Denver, where it eats hay from a silver platter, drinks water from a silver bowl, and has its eyelashes curled and coat brushed out. Hasn't changed a lot around here, has it? The Grand Champion steer once trotted out of the Brown Palace down 17th Street. Fortunately, several blocks away, the animal stopped to look at its reflection in the glass wall at the downtown office building leading to its capture. I presume it was checking to see if its makeup was still in place. I'm not sure. But 2 days before the start of the stock show, a group of steers are paraded through the streets of downtown Denver, which is quite a sight amid the city's skyscrapers and coffee shops, and a sure sign the city has gone stock show crazy. Rodeos are held each day of the event with the local and pro riders, ropers, and a slew of animals strutting their best stuff. Other events that fill out the schedule include freestyle reining, draft horse, dancing horse performance, elite jumping horse competitions, mutton busting, and much more. You ever see a cow under a hairdryer? Yeah. Walking among the barns, you will see the region's top livestock getting prepped and primed for competition at the sale, including horses, cattle, swine, sheep, goats, llamas, alpacas, bison, yak, poultry, and rabbits. Every year, the legislature participates in the junior livestock auction. Bidding on livestock allows students to receive scholarships for their future needs. So don't forget to donate before Friday.
Any further announcements? Senator Baumgardner and Senator Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. And as you heard, again, National Western Stock Show Junior Livestock Auction is Friday. So again, we are asking for you to donate. We purchase an animal for the legislature, for the General Assembly. So everybody in the General Assembly is a part of that. So we would like for everyone in the room to give something, if you could. We do appreciate it. You've got till Friday. Give till it hurts. It can come out, it can come out of your campaign funds. But please, if you can, give some money.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll also add that the junior livestock auction isn't just Colorado kids. These are kids from around the West and Midwest that travel here to participate in what is one of the top events of the year for showing and selling livestock. But we always look for a kid from Colorado to buy their animal. And so there's a lot of pride in finding someone that is perhaps later in the show and giving them an investment that they put towards college. So this money will go towards a Colorado kid's future education, and hopefully we keep them in this state and continuing the legacy of ag in Colorado. So thanks for your contributions.
Senator Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. And to continue that theme, some of the people throughout the United States receive these scholarship funds. Many of them excel, and we have some of those in the chamber with us today, and I'm going to introduce you to several special guests back over on the wall behind my desk. I'm going to start with Miss Rodeo Minnesota 2018, Sarah Steffel. Sarah is from Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. She is attending South Dakota State University, pursuing a degree in natural resource law enforcement, and is honored to be representing the sport of professional rodeo. Please help us say hello to Sarah Steffel. Next on my list is Taylor McNair, Miss Rodeo, Mississippi. She goes to Mississippi State, she graduated from Mississippi State University in 2017 with a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. She was on both MSU's equestrian and rodeo teams, and she will compete for Miss Rodeo America in 2019 in Las Vegas this next December. Please welcome Taylor McNair. Amanda Hopp is the 2018 Miss Rodeo California. She is the daughter of Tommy and Art Hopp. Amanda is honored to represent the entire state of California and the professional sport of rodeo. She looks forward to the year and is thankful to be here with us today. Please welcome Amanda Hopp. Rodeo queen from one of our neighboring states, Ms. Morgan Wallace, is Miss Rodeo Wyoming and from Laramie. She is studying at the university to become an agricultural lawyer. We won't hold that against her. But she is focusing on water law, so has an extra special place in my heart. She is very excited to represent the Cowboy State in 2018. Morgan Wallace, help us welcome Miss Rodeo Wyoming. And then just to the west of Wyoming, Miss Rodeo Idaho. Sydney Butler was crowned Miss Rodeo Idaho in 2018 during the 102nd Snake River Stampede. As a fourth-generation Idahoan and native of Boise, Sydney grew up loving outdoors and could usually be found on the back of a horse. A graduate of Boise State University, Sydney earned degrees in communication, a public relations certificate, and a lifetime membership in an International Honor Society in psychology. Please welcome Sydney Butler. And now closer to home, Miss Rodeo Colorado. Alex Highland is the 22-year-old daughter of Peter and Nancy Highland from Windsor, Colorado. She is our 2018 Miss Rodeo Colorado. She competed for the title during the Greeley Stampede and won the categories of horsemanship, appearance, and speech. She was active in FFA, 4-H, Colorado High School Rodeo, and was raised on a farm. She is restarting, she was also credited with restarting Colorado State University Pueblo Rodeo team and serving as president. A recent college graduate, Alex obtained a degree in mass communications and graduated cum laude from CSU Pueblo. Please welcome Alex Highland, Miss Rodeo Colorado. And last and surely not least, we are fortunate today to have with us Miss Rodeo America 2018, Carrie Sheffield. Carrie is a 24-year-old sweet tea drinking, sunshine loving cowgirl from Summerfield, Florida. She has a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Berry College and works as an ICU nurse. When the year is over, she plans to continue her education to become a nurse, anesthetist, gosh sakes, they have large words, and carry out her vision to serve as a medical missionary. It is our pleasure to introduce Miss Rodeo America, Carrie Sheffield, to the Senate chambers. One last time, if I can have all the rodeo queens stand up. Welcome to Colorado. It's a pleasure to have you here as part of the National Western Stock Show. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Sonnenberg. Well done on all those large words like Idahoians. We welcome all the Idahoians from all of us Coloradians. Oh, can't let him live that one down. Please add Senator Kagan to the roll. Senator Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. President. The JBC is going to be meeting with State Military Veterans Affairs this afternoon at 1:30. Please, if you're on State Affairs, bring your little book with the green stripe on it. We'll be going over a discussion of the Governor and Department's budget requests.
Colleagues, before we have too much clamor, let's please welcome our former colleague, the Honorable State Senator Pat Stedman, who is amongst us. Didn't recognize you over there without the beard. Is it there? Is it there? Okay, got it. Can't see it. Colleagues, any other announcements? Just a couple of items of unfinished business from yesterday. Senator Matt Jones is fined $5 for his egregious error. I was talked down quite a bit. Senator Nancy Todd is fined $2 for referring to Senator Sonnenberg as President Pro Tem. He is president while he is up here.
Whatever.
Make it 5 then.
Whatever, Mr. President.
Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. Full time. And I introduced our Aurora Mental Health Board, but now we have been joined by the CVHC members as well. And so, again, we know that the mental health pressures of our state and of our nation are at the top of priorities for many of us. And so, again, I would like to welcome the other folks who have joined us now for CVHC. If you would please stand, and colleagues, please join me in welcoming them.
Senator Jones.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I understand that Senator from Colorado Springs on the Democratic side got a mulligan on a swear word he used the other day, and I was hoping that Mr. Speaker would fit the same category.
No. Any other announcements? Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, we will not read bills over later today, so we are going to adjourn. Enjoy your day if you have committee, and if you don't, enjoy your day working on bills. It's going to get much busier as we move forward. Mr. President, I move that the Senate adjourn until 9 a.m. Thursday, January 18th.
Motion is for the Senate to adjourn until Thursday, 9 a.m., January 18. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we will be adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow.